The first thing we need to understand, therefore, is that whatever else we do with this gospel, we must never, ever, 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 ever mess with it. Because, I'll wait. Everybody wants to improve on this gospel that is declared, possessed, and owned by God. And in a sense, that statement was a recapitulation of the entire history of the church, because in every generation, there are those who are simply not satisfied with God's gospel, and they would prefer to give us another gospel. Paul referred to those Galatians who were endeavoring to do just that as being foolish and bewitched, that they would so soon be removed from that gospel that they had heard from the Apostle Paul to what Paul says is another gospel. And then, as if the Holy Spirit, superintending his comments at that point, corrects himself by saying, but there is not another gospel. And then he warns us that if anyone preaches any other gospel that you have received from God, let him be anathema, damned, cursed. And then he repeats himself by saying, if anyone preaches any other gospel than that one which you have received from God himself, even an angel from heaven, let him be anathema. That apostolic anathema fills the church in our age, because we hear so frequently messages that claim to be the gospel that have nothing to do with the gospel, because we continue impenitently to mess with the gospel of God. And God will not hold us guiltless when we seek to improve on his gospel. There's only one gospel. It's God's gospel. And it is our duty to believe it and to proclaim it in a pure and unvarnished fidelity to it. But why is it that we are so eager to improve on this gospel? I'm sure there are many reasons that motivate us to try to change the gospel, because we perceive the gospel to be not good news, but bad news, or at least if it's not good news, it's not the best news, and we can improve it and make it better than the gospel that it is. Maybe that's what motivates us. Maybe it's because the gospel reduces us to shame, and we can't stand that shame, and so we want to change it, or we see it as a stumbling block, and people are hostile to it. And so we figure that a little spoonful of sugar might make the medicine go down, and so we soften it, we dilute it in our attempt to improve upon it.